Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is somehow different. Today we are going to see full procedure of doing Kativasti. This procedure is performed by Dr. Ankit Agrawal, who is a journal and a great practitioner in Dehradun. He personally have his own YouTube channel that is Tulsi Ayurveda. He regularly uploads his general practice there. So if you want to see those procedures or practice, so for that follow Tulsi Ayurveda. I'll provide a link to his channel in description. So kindly subscribe that. And for more content like this, follow our channel. And I hope that you will like this video. Thank you for watching.
And we have a subject here. So first we have to see if there is any condition, like if there is any lumbar spondylosis, sciatica issue, so that will be found in this specific area. This is L4, L5 and sacrum region starts from here. So if there is any issue related to this portion, this is known as Kati, and we have to see towards this our hip region starts. In this area, if there is any kind of issue, if pain starts from this region, radiating to legs, from sideways to towards the greater toe, so that is a condition for sciatica. If there is stiffness to that specific area, if this happens due to postural deformity, this is known as lumbar spondylosis. So we have to differentiate what part is it. Sometimes you can also feel the pain just not on this lumbosacral region. It is also present above region, that is Prishtvasti. If it is present on this area, if the patient has a posture of bending his neck, working on laptop, working on computer, working on phone, so there will be an issue which is known as, this area is known as Griva. So we have to do treatment here, which is known as Griva Vasti. So now we are going to start here, and we have already made a dough. I'll show you. We have already made. We have to make this almost a boundary of 2 angul, which is perfectly made, a boundary of 2 angul. It should not be very loose, it should be little hard, so that the position of this dough remains stable. It doesn't leak out, it doesn't break. So we have to keep this to a specific area. So now we have kept it to the center line. If you can see, the spine is in the center, and we have differentiated the area on both the sides. So first we have to press the inner sides so that there is a confirmation that it won't leak, and after that we are going to seal it with paste of gram. So as I told you earlier, this paste should not be very thin. It should not be very thin, not very hard. It should become like this. So you have to apply on the inner side. This is to ensure that the oil inside the boundary remains static and doesn't leak out. So we have applied this mash or urad to all the sides. As you can see, it's all sealed. We have to now start pouring oil into this. We have to remember, we have to keep few things in mind. First thing, oil should not be directly heated. It should be kept in a water bath first. Then only the oil should be applied. It should be used so that it doesn't loses its potency. It doesn't loses its medicated properties, its virya. So we have to keep it in a water bath. Then only we should heat it. Second precaution you have to keep in mind, here you are using oil which is little bit hot, and you have to keep a precaution because every skin has a different sensitivity. So you have to ask the patient if that is normal for the patient or not. Sometimes it may happen you are if you put that oil on your finger or on your palm, you may not feel that hot, but the patient may be very sensitive and can feel that hotness a lot. So you have to take that precaution to the specific skin, how his skin reacts to the hotness. Using this Vajra Shaman oil, I've already prepared this oil. We have made this oil with the help of till, with the help of Nirgundi, Datura, Erin. We have also added Dashmol in this. So we have specifically prepared this oil with many herbs, and we are using here. We use this oil in all the Panchakarma patients. So now we are going to start pouring this oil. First thing you have to keep this in mind, you just have to check the oil. Is it normal? Then you have to apply it a bit to the skin so that there is no direct contact with the oil. When you pour the oil, for the first 2 or 3 times you have to apply the oil, you have to drip the oil from the boundary so that it doesn't go straight. You have to ask the patient if it is normal for him. Through the surface, you're pouring oil very slowly. You're pouring oil in a minimum quantity first. You have to add oil very gently. This oil has to be kept warm throughout the session till the time we are going to use this oil. As you can see, skin is almost submerged. This part is almost submerged, and there is almost half of the ring is filled. Oil has a particular warmth here, so we are going to keep this oil for almost about 1 or 2 minutes. Then we are going to change this oil again. After 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to change this oil. We are going to keep that. We are going to reheat this oil. Two or three methods you can use. First thing, you can easily pour oil with the help of spoon. It's a bigger area, so you can keep out some of the oil. This oil is very much heated. So you have to normalize the temperature, then you can use the oil. Other thing, you can use cotton. You can dip that cotton inside, then you can squeeze it outside. Other than that, you can use syringe also. To the syringe, you have to pull out all the oil like this. the help of syringe. You have to keep some of the oil inside. You don't have to make it all empty. Then you are going to use this oil gently through the surface only. If oil is not very warm, you can do a gentle dhara. Keeping in mind the oil should not be very warm, otherwise this may burn the affected part. We repeat this for almost about 3 to 4 times so that the oil you are using here is remain heated, and you change oil almost for 3 times. That takes about 25 to 30 minutes of time. So that's a specific time. That oil is heated and continuously kept here for almost 5 minutes. Then you have to change again. Then you have to change again for every 5 minutes. So it will go for about 20 to 25 minutes. A gentle dhara can be done. This dhara helps to focus your mind to the affected area. When you have all the energies to that affected area, the healing process starts faster and better. We are going to keep this static for 2 more minutes. Exercise, any routine, any physical exercise should be done on a good supervision so that you may not injure yourself. Now we're going to add some more oil. Every time you have to heat the oil with the help of water bath only. Gently you have to remove the oil. It should be very stationary, very careful. You should be very careful so that you do not break this boundary.
What is the name of oil you are using?
I have specifically made this oil with the help of til as a base. Then I have added Eran, then I have added Datura, then I have added Dashmul, Kalk of Dashmul. I have also used many Vat Shaman herbs in this. I have specifically made this oil. Other than that, you can use Mahanarayan oil. Along with that, you can add Dhanvantram oil. Along with that, you can add Sandhavadi oil. So these are good combination, but you have to judge accordingly what is the condition of the patient. If there is more of stiffness, more of pain, then you go for Mahanarayan oil. If there is more of stiffness as well as there is loss of nourishment, you can see atrophy in muscles, there is muscle weakness, weakness in nerves, then you go for Dhanvantram oil. Or either you can combine those oil. If there is if there is accumulation of arm dosh along with Vata, in mostly cases you can see arm dosh because the disease takes a long time to occur. Until that time there is accumulation of arm as well as Vata. So that is Sam condition. So in that we have to do Dipan Pachan. We have to do Dipan Pachan from inside. You have to give Dipan Pachan Aushad. Other than that, you have to treat that area with the help of Dipan Pachan. Either you go for, you cannot directly go for oil. First you have to go for Potli, that is Rook Shwedan. And other than that, you have to do, you can use Murivannam oil, you can use Sahacharadi oil, you can use Sandavadi oil. These are good for your Dipan Pachan as well as Vashaman also. That is Abhyang. For this preparation, the Purkam is Dipan Pachan. You have to keep in mind, we have to diagnose the patient, what oil you have to use, what is the condition of the patient, what is the duration of that problem. That is the Purkaram in this. Now this is the Pradhan Karam, what we are doing. This is Kativasti. Now we are going for the Pashat Karam, that is Abhyang and Swedam. Very carefully. Temperature of the patient should be maintained throughout the process. Temperature of the oil should also be maintained throughout the process. It should not happen that the patient is feeling cold and you're just providing heat to a specific area. This oil, keeping in mind that the oil doesn't leak out. To gently clean this area. See the specific area where we have done Kativasti.
Can patient do their daily routine work after this procedure?
Yes, you can do it as a preventive measure. You can repeat it if you are doing for the normal sake of healthy spine. Then you can do for 7 to 14 days in a month. Then after that you can repeat after 3 months. So that will be a complete treatment. You can take it as a normal routine treatment, or you can repeat for 14 days every 6 months. So that will be a good treatment. Now we are going to start with Abhyang. We are going to start with the Dhara. Massage should always be done from upwards to downwards. This has to be kept in mind. This oil should be warm whenever you are using. Your hand should be warm, should not be very cold. Give gentle strokes towards downwards While keeping your hand upwards, it should be very light. Downward stroke should have a pressure. Upward stroke should not have a pressure. Should be very smooth and sliding. After this, we do Abhyang for almost 10 minutes. We do a spinal massage. While doing the massage, it should be started from upper region, that is from the neck region, from the cervical region, towards the lumbar sacral region. You have to keep this in mind, certain precautions while doing a massage, that you should never apply pressure on spine. This mid area should not be pressurized. You have to keep the pressure towards the spine, to the sides of the spine. When you do the massage like this, you have to keep in mind that excess pressure should not be applied on the spine. Your hand should be very gentle to all the joints. You can see this. To this bone, you have to give circular massage to the shoulder girdle. Towards the hands. Both the sides. If there are two people, you can do both the sides all together, or you have to move it to the other side also to do the abhyang. This abhyang helps to increase heat on your skin, helps to absorb the oil, helps to nourish the muscle as well as nerves, provide a proper circulation. When we are giving a stroke from upwards to downwards, it helps to initiate a good circulation from your brain towards your buttocks, towards your legs. If there is any issue like sciatica, lumbar spondylosis, all those issues, it is very beneficial. In the next process, now we are going to start with this. Now we are going to start with Swedan. And Swedan either can be done in a whole body. If we are giving massage, we are giving Abhyang to the whole body, then it can be done in a steam box. We can do in a steam box. But now we are doing a localized one. So we are treating this area, just this area. So we are going to give Sthanik Swedan. That is with the help of Nadi Swed. So we have prepared a steam. In that steam also we put some kind of herbs. We use Aaron, we use that is Ricinus communis, we use Nirgundi, that is Vitex nigundo, as well as we use Dashmul in that. And along with that decoction, we have to prepare a decoction, and with that steam, we provide steam to the specific area. So now we are going to start that steam. So now we have prepared this Nadi Swed, and we are going to start this. Keep this in mind, a precaution before doing Swedan. This steam is of a temperature more than 100 degrees Celsius. This can burn you, so you have to be very gentle and quick while using this steam. Steam should not be done directly on the head. Okay? Let me know when everyone is in. There is a link disconnection. For almost 5 to 10 minutes, depending upon the condition, depending upon the temperature, the room temperature. The motive is to provide a gentle Sthanik Swedan. This is a very relaxing treatment. You feel kind of energy and healing process going on through your body throughout the process. Ayurveda helps to treat you through your body as well as through your mind. It balances your Vata Kapha as well as Rajtam. And to treat a disease, you always have to keep in mind that you have to balance 3 dosha along with Rajtam also. Because no disease is physical, no disease is just mentally. There is always a connection between mental and physical disease. So while performing a treatment, you have to treat the patient. If you are treating a patient who is having many mental conditions, any mental issues, then you have to treat the body also. And if you are treating the body, you have to treat the mind also. If this patient is having lumbar spondylosis for a longer period of time, he would be in pain for a longer period of time. So in that condition, he might be disturbed. He might have some kind of issues. He might be disturbed mentally because he is suffering from pain from a long period of time.
नाड़ी स्वेदन के लिए अगर apparatus नहीं है तभी perform किया जा सकता है।
क्या?
नाड़ी स्वेदन के लिए अगर apparatus नहीं है तभी perform किया जा
If you don't have Nadi Swedan apparatus, then what you can do, you can make a decoction. You can use a towel, dip that towel inside it, and just remove all water from it and provide steam with the help of that. You take a towel, take a small towel, not a full size towel, just dip that inside a decoction, just take out all the water from it, and then you have to do Swedan on that. You just have to gently provide Swedan on that specific area. That way also you can do Swedan. So it's not necessary that you need Swedan apparatus, and you can use this method also. Other than that, if you don't have that Swedan apparatus also, you can use Potli also. Potli is itself a Swedan treatment, so you can use that Potli. We are going to conduct another sessions this month only, in which we are going to teach you how to make Potli, what kind of Potli we are having, and what all Potlis are provided to do a specific Panchkarma, depending upon the condition, depending upon what all issues patient is having. So we are going to do Patra Pind Swed, Jambir Pind Swed, we are going to do Ruksh Pind Swed, we are going to do Shir Pind Swed. So that all Swedan will also be performed. So this is all for the session. After the session, we just cover the patient so that the heat remains for certain period of time and he doesn't feel cold. We just cover the patient, let him relax for 1 or 2 minutes with a peaceful environment, with a peaceful music. Just let the healing process run through his body. If you want to do some kind of marma, you can do after that. You can either press the points, you can do Krikatika marm. You can do Ans marm, you can do Ans Falak marm. And then gently mop the body. Experience, when you do this treatment for lumbar spondylosis, for slip disc, this relieves treatment, this helps to treat the patient within 7 or 8 days. You get good results within 7 or 8 days, but you have to plan the treatment for 7 to 14 days depending upon the severity. But patient is going to get a good relief within a week. So that's a miracle, that's a very good treatment. That is Panchkarma, a part of Ayurveda, which gives a very rejuvenating and a healing process for all the spinal issues like this we have performed here, which is Kativasti. So thank you so much. Now we are going to come back on our laptop, and if you have any questions, you can ask me there.